Another theorem on triangles is the so-called triangle angle bisector theorems, or the TABT. Okay. Triangle angle bisector theorem states that if a segment bisects an angle of a triangle, then it divides the opposite side into segments proportional to the other two sides. What is the illustration of this theorem? Okay, so as you can see here, one angle of triangle SKY has an angle bisector, and that is this side here, this line segment, I mean. Okay, so from this illustration, there is an angle bisector. There is a segment, I mean, that bisects an angle, so we call it an angle bisector. So that is SA. From here, we have the proportional segments, and that will be, wait for a while, that will be this. If this one is your angle bisector, then the segments will be proportional segments. Proportional segments will be this over this, and which should be equal to this over this. Okay. So in symbols, we have KA over AY is equal to SK over SY. So how does the TABT used in solving problems? So for example, if we have this figure, so same with the TPT, we need to start finding for our scale factor. But first, of course, we need to see to it that here, in this figure, one angle of this triangle has a segment which bisects this one here, is the angle bisector, so it bisects this angle and this angle. So based on the TABT, we have the following proportional segments. This 15, wait for a while, this over this, and this over this. So from here, we will, from these proportional segments, we will try to find out what will be, or what is going to be our scale factor. So to find the scale factor, we will just make use of those proportional segments. So since this sides, these segments, I mean, are all known, say we have 15 and 25, we will use that as our scale factor. Okay, di ba? Sa scale factor, dapat known ang duha. So, we have 15 over 25. Now, we need to reduce 15 over 25 to its lowest term. Since ang scale factor is always in its lowest term, so what is the reduced form of 15 over 25? This is both divisible by 5. So, we have 3 over 5. Okay. So that's the scale factor. Now, to find the value of this S here. Wait. Okay. We need to find its ratio. So the ratio will be, di ba we started with our scale factor here sa 15. So adjacent to 15 is this side. adjacent to 15 is this side. So we will use 18 over this s. So we will have 18 over s. Equate that to our scale factor na 3/5. And then of course, do the cross multiplication. So that will be s times 3 equal to 18 times 5. Okay, so 3 times s is 3s and 5 times 18 is 90. Then divide both by 3. The answer is 30. Okay, so that is the ABP. Another example in this figure. Okay, we need to find the scale factor, but first, what is this? What is the measurement of that? So if all of this side is 10, so we just need to subtract 10 by this s. Okay, so this will be 10 minus s. Okay, so pero to find the scale factor, we cannot use that. So we will use this instead, this 6 here over 9. So 6 over 9. So there you go. 6 over 9 is equal to, reduce the lowest term. Both are divisible by 3. So it's 2/3. Okay. So now that we have the scale factor, we will have our ratio from the unknown variable na s. Kadali. Okay. So di ba we started our scale factor with 6? So adjacent to 6 is the segment s. So our ratio, I mean, will be s over this one here. So it's s over 10 minus s equal to our scale factor na 2/3, and then cross multiply. So here 3 times s is 3s, and then let's do some distribution here. So 2 times 10 is 20, tapos kani 2 times negative s is negative 2s. Okay, tapos the magic rule is to move this to this side para makombine sila. So that's 3s, negative 2 will become positive. So 3s plus 2s equals 20. And then after that, 3s plus 2s is 5s. And then of course, divide both by 5. Divide both sides of the equation by 5. So from here, we can cancel out 5. So what is left is s, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. So s is equal to 4. We still have another example. So to find the scale factor, it's very clear that we can use 15 and 10. Pero para mas okay, we will have 10 over 15 as our scale factor. And we will have here, if this is 14 all, and this is s. So this segment here will be 14 minus s. Okay, so the scale factor, start with our scale factor with 10 over 15, and 10 over 15 is reducible to 2 over 3. Okay, so since we made use of 10, so we will have s adjacent to 10. Tapad sa 10 na side is this segment here. Diba? This segment. So that's s over 14 minus s equal to our scale factor na 2/3, and then cross multiply. So here you just need to do some distribution. 2 times 14 is 28. 2 times negative 2s is negative 2s. And then move this one here, this negative 2s to the other side. So that must be 3s plus 2s equals 28. Then 3s plus 2s is 5s. Divide both sides by 5. 28 divided by 5 is 5.6. Okay. Let's have more. So, kani siya. What is our scale factor if we want to find x? So, our scale factor here is our scale factor here is actually from 6 and 9. So 6 over 9 is reducible to 2/3. And then since 6 atong gamit, so we will have x which is adjacent to 6 and over 12 minus x which is adjacent to 9. So we will have x over 12 minus x is equal to 2/3. Cross multiply, then distribute 2. So 2 times 12 is 24. And then 2 times negative x is negative 2x. Move negative 2x to the other side. So mahimo siyang plus. And then 3x plus 2x is 5x. Divide both sides by 5. So the answer is x equals 4.8. Alright. More examples. So we have here this figure. I hope this is clear to your eyes because the given are very small. So this is 14 and this is 6. This, all of this, kani siyang tanan is 18. And then we have the unknown variable which is x here. Okay. So if this is x, then kani is 18 minus x. Okay. So our problem is to find x. Okay. Of course, we need to start for the scale factor. And the scale factor will be, amandapit. So that will be coming from 6 and 14 because these are the known sides. So 6 over 14 is reducible to both are divisible by 2, so that's 3 over 7. Okay, so if we have made use of 6 over 14, then more or less we also need to make use of this as kani is adjacent to 6. This is the adjacent to 6. So x over this side and this side is 18 minus x. So we will have x over 18 minus x equal to our scale factor of 3 over 7. Cross multiply and then distribute this 3 times 18 and 3 times negative x, and the answer is 54 minus 3x. Move negative 3x to the other side. This is just pabalik-balik na step. So 7x plus 3x na equals 54. 7x plus 3x is 10x. So 10x, divide both sides by 10. So that's 5.4. Alright.